Neville Goddard, How to Manifest Using Your Imagination. This is extremely powerful, one of the greatest teachers on manifestation who I think ever lived, Neville Goddard. And I'm going to break down through my research of his work, his top 3 steps on how to manifest using your imagination. Meaning, if you can follow these 3 steps from Neville Goddard, which I'm about to share with you, and you can harness the power of your imagination, what you can do is endless. You could use the power of your imagination using these 3 steps, and it's very important you do them this way, but you could use your imagination to recreate your bank account, to attract your soulmate, to manifest a new job, to get a promotion, to manifest your dream home, anything that you want. So this is Neville Goddard's 3-step process on how to use your imagination to manifest your life. This is Jake Deucey with JakeDeucey.com, and I'm a huge fan of Neville Goddard, and let's dive right into this video so that you can manifest your life using your imagination. Step number 1, you must make then become now, and there become here. Let me say that again because it's super deep and it kind of goes over the head. Neville Goddard said something incredibly powerful if you want to manifest using your imagination. And here's what he said. He said that you must make then, now, and there, here. So what does that mean? To make then, now, what are you doing? You're collapsing time into the present tense. Neville Goddard says very clearly that consciousness is the end-all be-all of all of creation. Consciousness is in everything and it creates everything. And he says that creation isn't a real thing. You know, he mentions in the Bible, it says that creation is finished. And he goes off to share his ideas about that. And he says, if creation is finished, what that means is you're not creating anything that you want. So if you want more money, if you want to create your soulmate, a new job opportunity, your dream business, more income, traveling around the world, a new home, dream family, health, whatever it is, you're not creating it because it already exists. You're manifesting it, meaning that all the energy that ever was and ever will be is 100% evenly present in all places at all times, and that time doesn't really exist. Your subconscious mind and your conscious mind, your consciousness in general, is an individualization of God. And this God energy has the ability to create anything. But if you're looking at then, so meaning sometime in the future, for instance, it'll be great when I can attract more money. Man, it'd be really nice if this year sometime I could get a promotion. I really hope this year that I could attract my soulmate, go on some great dates. It's taking your desires and putting them in the future. And when you take your desires and you put them into the future, you're implying a then, a future time, which is really saying to consciousness that this thing might exist in the future. But for now, we're going to continue to create the same reality. For instance, then versus now could be something like this with your bank account. You know, it'd be great if I could finally double my income sometime, I don't know, maybe in the next 2 years. Versus, I'm so happy and grateful I have now doubled my income. One, you've developed the consciousness of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, which is what Neville Goddard says. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So you have to be able to collapse time. So comment down below the number 1 point of using your imagination, according to Neville, which is make then now. Make then now. Your subconscious mind is what creates your reality. And so your subconscious mind only receives information in the present tense. So if you cast your current desire as a future possibility, meaning your desire now, you say, well, it'd be great if I have this in the future. Hopefully I can get this thing in the future. What you're really saying is it does not exist now. And if creation is finished and you're constantly manifesting at every single moment, all possibilities already exist, what you're continuing to do is create the same lack that you no longer want. You desire something else, but there's a difference between desiring it and living in the present tense of it already. So you get rid of the then and you take what it is that you want. I really hope I could attract more money. I really would like to get a promotion this year. Man, it'd be great in the next couple years if I could pay off my debt. And you bring it into the present tense with the word I am. I am so grateful now that I'm making $3,000 a month. I am so grateful now that I'm making $2 million a year. I am so grateful now that I've attracted my soulmate and I'm living my best life. I am so grateful that I've got a promotion and now I'm working at X, Y, and Z job. I'm so grateful I paid off my debt and now I have my first $10,000 saved. Now I have my first $100,000 saved. I'm so grateful I got approved for my dream mortgage. That's taking the thing in the future and bringing it into the present. And what happens when you do that is you start to engage the subconscious mind. And when the subconscious mind starts to accept something, because your subconscious mind only accepts things in the present tense. So if you say, I hope I get this thing, what you're really saying is, I do not have it now. And the subconscious receives that information and it continues to create the same lack. Then 12 months down the road, you say, why hasn't it happened? Well, it hasn't happened because you program your subconscious mind with a current lack and hopeful future, which is really saying, I do not have it. You have to begin to take then into now and live in the reality as if it already exists. Then your subconscious mind thinks it's already real. For instance, when I was trying to build this YouTube channel approximately 18 to 24 months ago, I was getting 10, 20 views on a video. I wasn't getting any progress. What I started doing is taking then into now. So what I did was, I already was a successful YouTuber. I already was inspiring people, millions of people. And I already was these things. I was so grateful. I was inspiring millions of people all over the world. I could see thousands of comments on the videos of people from all over the world sharing their amazing success stories. That's now. That's being in the reality now. I'm so grateful that this is happening and that is happening and this. That's taking then and bringing it to now. And what ended up happening was overnight, while I was camping, I didn't have internet and a couple of my videos went viral, and then this channel took off and it's now got like 30 million views in like 18 months and, you know, almost a 500,000 YouTube subscribers. How? I took then and made it now. The other way to do that would be, man, why isn't my channel taking off? I really hope in the next 2 years I could start to pick up some traction and I could start, you know, inspiring some people, and, you know, it'd be really great if that could happen. What I'm programming my subconscious mind with that idea is, I do not have it now. So what Neville says is take then and make it now. So to double down on that, what I started doing was I started engaging my brain for the future as if it already existed. I created a software called The Second Mind, and it's free to demo. It's right there down below, thesecondmind.com. And what it is a software I made that's designed to re-engage your brain. You know, Neville talked in a more mystical way, but now science tells us that when you have these thoughts, you fire nerve cells, you fire brain cells. And there's a term in neuroscience called Hebb's Law. And it says that brain cells that fire together, wire together. Nerve cells that fire together, wire together. So you create your neural circuitry in your brain based off of your thoughts. I'm so grateful I'm inspiring millions of people on YouTube. When I was doing that, and I was sitting in visualization and meditation, taking then and making it now, I was firing nerve cells. And as I did it every day, they started to wire together. Then my brain thought it was real. Versus, oh man, I hope I get there. That's firing nerve cells too, but it's firing them of lack and they wire together. So I created a software called The Second Mind designed to rewire your brain so that you could live in what you want now and take advantage of your neural circuitry as well. And it's free to demo. It's thesecondmind.com right there down below. It's thesecondmind.com. So make then now. And the second part of that is make there here. I'd really like to get there, right? That's the way that our society has developed our minds so often. I'd really like to get there. It'd be so great if I could get there in my life, you know. Then, there I'll have, you know, I'll have $100,000 in retirement. I'll have $1 million. I'll have my dream house. I'll have my soulmate. I will have lost 20 pounds. Again, time doesn't exist, and your consciousness of how you perceive your reality determines what you will experience, because all possibilities, according to Neville, already exist. Creation is finished. Manifesting means that your consciousness is just stepping you into one of the infinite doorways of possibility. Just imagine that at every single second, your consciousness is determining which road you'll travel on, and there's infinite possibilities. If you continue to make there sometime in the future, your desires continue to constantly elude you. Well, maybe I'll get it next year. Maybe I'll get it next year. Maybe I'll get it next year. You even look at most New Year's resolutions, they're always based off of the future. You know, by the end of the year, I'll lose 10 pounds. I'll make 10,000 more dollars. I'll have done this. I'll have done that. It's all based off of the future. So your brain hasn't developed that reality, and neither has your subconscious. So Neville was way ahead of his time when he said that you must make there here. Meaning, you're already here in the reality. I was already here in the reality of like high-fiving my wife. I'm like, oh my God, look at all these like beautiful people like you from all over around the world. And we're all growing our consciousness. And this is a channel getting millions of views, a community inspiring millions of people. I'm already here. I was already here in my dream home in Maui. Now if I turn right there, that's the ocean right out there. You can't really see it, but that's the ocean right out there. I can see it right there. I was here in this house before I was actually in this house. And I could have been there hopefully sometime in the future I'll get there. No, I had to be here now. And if you're here now, your subconscious thinks it's real. And when your subconscious thinks it's real, what happens is you become like a planet and you start pulling the money into your life. You start pulling the opportunities in your life. You start pulling the new people of like minds into your life. You start attracting good luck out of nowhere. Why? Because your subconscious thinks that these things are already happening, so it continues to snowball and create more of these things for you. So, make there now. And then what happens is your subconscious takes over and you unlock the secrets of the universe and things start flowing into your life. So comment down below, all I want comes to me now. All I want comes to me now. All I want comes to me now. Comment that down below and let's head off to number 2. Number 2, the next thing that Neville says about how to manifest your life using the power of your imagination is to live from the end, and that's something you've heard before, but the second half is what I love about Neville that has really changed my life. He says, live with the end with sensory vividness. Comment that down below. Live from the end with sensory, all of your senses, vividness, as if it's already real. Comment down below, live from the end with sensory vividness. So I was listening to one of his talks last night and I was lying down with my eyes closed, and he was talking about if you wanted a promotion, for instance, right? And maybe the result of that promotion is you were able to buy a new car and there's a certain kind of car you want. Imagine yourself leaving the parking lot of your office and hopping in that car. What color is it? What does the leather smell like? Is it a convertible and you can feel the cold winter weather on your face or the hot summer wind on your face? If it's that you want the money so that you could surprise your family and take them on a trip somewhere. Imagine sitting in the airplane with all of your family and you guys are all laughing and like you just all got a glass of wine on the plane and you're all like cheersing each other, right? Think about how vivid that was. You know, you read a fiction book, right? Why do people love fiction books? Well, one of the reasons is the writers are so good and they evoke your senses so much that you get lost into it, right? And you're like, it feels so real because they're so good at sensory vividness. That what they're doing is really getting you to live from the end of this story that really, you know, if it's a fiction book, it doesn't exist. It's a fake story, but it feels so real and people feel like, you know, they're in this, it feels like you're like in a time travel to another dimension and it's so exhilarating, right? And it's kind of the same thing with movies. The movies using the images are so real sensory that our nervous system reacts to them and it feels like we're in these realities. Now he says, live from the end with sensory vividness. So think of the sensory vividness of what you want already fulfilled, of your life, of your dream life already fulfilled. You know, going out and like you have a couple friends that like they're really struggling financially and you guys all go out to the most fun dinner and it's really expensive and you can pay for it, and then they're all like giving you a high five and they're like, dude, this is so awesome. We did it. You know, we're able to go to a nice dinner and thank you so much, right? You're in the sensory vividness as if it's already happened. If you've been struggling with health, imagine yourself running on the beach. If you haven't attracted your soulmate yet and you really want to, imagine holding hands and kissing on the beach as the sun is setting in the beautiful Hawaiian Islands or in the Bahamas or in the mountains if you like snow, right? Imagine the sensory vividness of it. So that's why I created the second mind, was to be a catalyst to start rewiring the brain. So it's right there down below, thesecondmind.com, and you can demo it for free right there down below. And I created this after learning about Neville in more detail. So last night I'm lying there, I was lying flat on the ground listening to him with my headphones in, and I was like, okay, he's talking about sensory vividness. So I'm lying there and I'm just imagining in such great detail all of these things. And what happens is, you know, people always ask, how do I know if I'm visualizing right? And the real question is, does it make you feel different? Because sensory vividness means that it's engaging your nervous system. And your nervous system is how you feel things, right? So if you're doing it right, you will feel good, right? You'll feel good. Like the images and the imaginary conversations of living from the end, driving in your car with your friend, whatever it is, you'll feel good. And what that's doing is you're taking that image and you're having a positive emotion associated with it. So your subconscious thinks it's already real. So feeling is the secret. It's one of the titles of one of Neville's books. Feeling is the secret. So that's how you know whether you're living from the end with sensory vividness, is you start to feel it. Now, the way to do this is you got to make sure you don't have a bunch of distractions around you. You got to make sure you're comfortable, whether it's sitting or you're on the beach or you're in the mountains. I like to just lie flat on the ground and get my spine all straight, and I close my eyes and I just relax and I allow myself to let go so that my consciousness can disassociate from my outer world, and it can begin to bring its energy projected towards my imagination and the images in my imagination. And to the degree that I can do that is to the degree I can get my nervous system and my physiology and my brain chemistry involved in the feeling of the sensory vividness of it. And then what that does is that's sending that program to the subconscious. The subconscious is your emotional mind. So your emotions associated with these future images is what allows your subconscious mind to get programmed and thinking that it's real. Then your imagination takes hold and your subconscious can create what's in your imagination. So comment down below, feeling is the secret. It's one of the titles of Neville's books. Feeling is the secret. Comment that right there down below. Comment down below, feeling is the secret. And remember that. That's the one thing to remember. Feeling is always the secret to using your imagination to manifest what you want. Comment down below, feeling is the secret. Step number 3, use I am without if. Comment that down below. Use I am without if. Comment that down below. Use I am without if. Meaning, I am now attracting an extra $2,000 a month. If I don't get it, I guess what I could do is, I could do this or this. I am now healed from my back spasms. If it doesn't happen in 2 weeks, I guess I'll just go see a doctor. I am so grateful I've attracted my soulmate. I guess if it doesn't happen, it won't be the end of the world if I don't have kids. See what I mean? We use the I am, we take the power, the way you program your imagination is using the words I am, right? We've talked all about this. Neville talks about making then, here, and now. And he talks about sensory vividness. And then he says, you can't use I am and if in the same sentence. And that's most people's biggest problem, according to Neville. And think about that. If you go, I am so grateful I've attracted my soulmate. If it doesn't work out, it's all right if I don't have kids. I am so grateful now that I'm living in my dream home. If it doesn't work out, I guess I could just move somewhere cheaper. So you're taking the I am and suggesting a reality to your subconscious, but then you're ending it as if it doesn't exist. If it doesn't work out, I'll move somewhere cheaper. If it doesn't work out, I guess I'll go back to what I was doing. If it doesn't work out and it doesn't manifest, I guess I just won't have kids. If it doesn't, I could ask this person for help, or I could do this thing. Yeah, maybe you could do that if it came to that situation, but if you're sending that message to your subconscious, your I am is immediately negated by the if it doesn't work out. So what you're really saying is your subconscious is programmed in the present tense. So that last emotion is obviously not an idea, it's a limiting emotion. That limiting emotion is what leaves with the subconscious, not the I am at the start. So just erase the if altogether and say I am only the things. If you realize that your thoughts truly created reality, your emotions, your consciousness truly created reality, which it does, you would never utter, if it doesn't work out, I guess I won't have kids. If it doesn't work out, I guess I'll go and I'll do this thing. And if it doesn't, then this. You wouldn't do that because you knew that your words were so important because they're suggesting to the subconscious, which is what's creating your reality. So you would just say the I am. So comment down below one I am statement that you could take away from this video and start using 100 times today. I am so grateful. I've now attracted my soulmate and I'm radiating pure love. I feel great. I'm so grateful. I'm now gainfully employed at this occupation. I'm so grateful. I'm out of debt and I've now saved my first $2,000. I'm so grateful I got approved for my dream mortgage. I'm so grateful I now have $1 million in my retirement account and I'm able to live my dream life. I'm so grateful I now have this, or I'm experiencing that. Comment it down below, one of your I ams. Comment it down below, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read them back through, send everyone prayers and intentions on them. I'm inviting every single person watching this video to go read through others and send everyone positive energy, positive consciousness directed towards that reality. So comment it down below. I am one of your I ams right there down below. So remember that. I am without the if. I am without the if. Forget about the if. Eliminate if from your vocabulary. Only use the I am and allow the things in your imagination to truly be the desires you want, not I am this, but if it doesn't work out, then that. Get rid of that altogether. So comment down below one of your I ams right there down below. And if you haven't yet, make sure that you go ahead right now and you use the second mind to start retraining your brain towards the realities that you want as if they already exist. Take advantage of your neurocircuitry. Take advantage of your nervous system and your physiology. Take advantage of your imagination so you can create the things that you want. It's thesecondmind.com right there down below, and it's free to use. thesecondmind.com right there down below. Thank you for watching this video. This was Neville Goddard's on how to manifest your life using your imagination 3-step process. If you enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like right there down below and hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. If you're previously aware of Neville, or if you're new, let me know what you think about this. Right there down below, let me know if you've heard of any of these teachings from Neville before, or if you're new to them, if they make a lot of sense to you and they feel like they're super valuable. If this video speaks to you, make sure you watch it again through. Right? We got to change the paradigms. And when you get suggested to this information once, it doesn't always stick. But if you watch it again twice, even if you can't watch it, just listen to the audio while you're stretching, while you're cooking, while you're driving. Just plug the audio in. Don't even worry about the video on the second time through. Just hear it again. Allow this information to seep in and become your new paradigm. So, comment down below your I am, and let's supercharge everyone's I am. If you didn't yet, make sure you download the Second Mind right there down below, thesecondmind.com right there down below. Thank you, Neville Goddard, for your amazing teachings while you were alive in this reality, and I'm so grateful I got to share them with you. So give this video a like if you enjoy it, subscribe, bell notification, and I'll see you on the next video.